Hi, it's me, Georgia. Welcome back. I have my tea. I've got Earl Grey today. I love Earl Grey. And I'm not feeling too great. I want to apologise that there wasn't a video last week, but the kids were poorly. Everyone was poorly. So this week's video is about my trip to England. I went to London the first week of November, only for a couple of days in London and then a couple of days at the Seaside to visit my mum. I met my sister there, who also lives abroad. We stayed at my sister-in-law's in London, saw my niece, my nephew. It was great seeing them again. And went to a play at the Donmar Warehouse to see Adrien Brody in a play called The Fear of Number 13, I think. It's a true story about a man who spent 22 years on death row in America for a murder he didn't commit. And it's a Netflix program, a Netflix series, I think. And I haven't watched it. True crime isn't my thing, but the play was really great. And afterwards we had Crumble from a place called Humble Crumble opposite. It's in Covent Garden, the Donmar Warehouse, so it's all happening and fantastic. I love it. And this crumble was like a fruit crumble in one pot, and then hot custard in the other pot, which a custard is like a hot vanilla sauce you put on desserts, and a crumble is normally apple or other fruits cooked in the oven with a crumbly mixture, which is flour, butter and sugar normally mixed together. You can put oats in as well and things like that. It's the most amazing comfort food. So my sister and I came out about 10 o'clock from the theatre, bought our crumbles and walked up to Trafalgar Square, had our crumbles there, and then walked back to the station to head back down to my sister-in-law's, which meant walking across one of the bridges across the river. So I've got some footage of that and I'm going to just play some of it. I might do some voiceovers. I might just play you what the things were because it was great. And London is wonderful. We spent the day in London before the play, went to Foyles bookstore where I bought quite a few books. I love books. I love bookshops. Just perusing the books and the smell of the print is so lovely. And I really miss that. I really miss not having English bookshops here in Germany. There is a second-hand bookshop here in Munich. There are two actually, but one particular one, but you pay basically the same price for second-hand books, and it obviously doesn't have the selection you would have in a new bookstore. So that's kind of a shame, but I made the most of it. Also bought some books in a charity shop when I went to the Seaside. After the 2 days in London, we got the train to the Seaside, which was really nice to see my mum. Helped her sort some things out in her flat. She's not coping too well. I did do a video on looking after our parents, the sandwich generation, which is what I am, with younger kids and older parents. It can be quite tough. Seeing my mum was really great, but it was a little bit emotionally challenging at times, but it was nice. Last time I'd seen her was August last year when we went and scattered my dad's ashes 3 years after he died, which is terrible. It took us so long for us all to get together, but that was also a special time. We drove up to Holy Island, which is a little island only accessible with a causeway just north of Bamber Castle, where they film lots of films there, and it's a beautiful little island with a little castle and a little town. And on the way back we stopped at Alnwick Castle, which is where they film a lot of the Harry Potter, especially the broomstick scenes and everything. So it was just nice having the contrast of the buzzing city of London and then head to the Seaside for 2 days for tranquility and calmness, seeing my mum and spending time with her and my sister away from the family. I mean, I don't really like leaving my family. We're a pretty tight-knit unit, but sometimes we have to do what we have to do. So 4 nights away was more than enough for me, more than enough for them, I think, as well. So we did miss each other a lot. But here's just a little glimpse into what I was up to, and I will do some voiceovers with some of the videos to maybe explain something, but it's just more a fun little vlog on what I was up to. And thank you for watching. See you soon. here I am at the final destination, the seaside on the east coast. It's so beautiful here, it's just tranquil. The beaches, there used to be only stones and rocks and pebbles, and now there's definitely more sand coming, you can see that here. Even though I didn't really get to spend much time by the water, my mum only lives about 200 metres from the sea. I did get a few moments where I could walk down by myself and just stand there and look at the sea. To me, it's just energy giving and beautiful, and I don't have enough time to myself just to have these moments. It was so wonderful. So the time here was quite special. It's a very special little town my mum lives in. It's where she first lived when she got married with my dad and my baby sister. So there's a family connection. And I was very sad to leave, so hopefully I can head back there very soon again. These parts are great. I remember coming here as a kid when we used to visit my grandmother who lived close by, and sitting on these benches, eating our soggy sandwiches while it was just pouring down with rain, or eating an ice cream on a slightly sunnier day. But mostly it was pretty dull. This was actually a lovely dry day when I was there. I was quite lucky. Normally it's quite battered by wind and the sea is quite high. I mean, you can see it's pretty flat. I sort of wanted it to be a little bit more rougher and wilder, but you know, you can't have everything. So I just appreciated the beauty and the vastness that is the North Sea. So thank you for watching. I hope this was interesting, and hopefully see you in the next video. Cheerio!